Hey everyone, my name is Melody and thank you for clicking on this video. So as most of you know, earlier this week the NHL released their reverse retro jerseys, new jerseys for all 31 teams. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, hey Mel, did you already drop $300 for a Buffalo Sabres reverse retro jersey? And I mean, you know I did. Of course I did. I have a problem. I gotta tell you, I really like a lot of these jerseys. If the jerseys weren't so expensive, I'd probably have way more than just the Sabres one. But I just think the NHL did such a great job, especially considering a lot of these jerseys are throwbacks to my childhood when I first really started falling in love with hockey. I just really love it. So today I decided to rank all 31 of the jerseys, in my opinion, based on what I like, what I don't like. Of course, this list is totally my opinion, meaning it's completely correct, and if you disagree with me, then you're wrong. Kidding, obviously. But as always, I would love to hear from you. So make sure to comment below with maybe your list, maybe a top 5, maybe a bottom 5. However you want to do it, I want to hear from you. I want to hear all the different opinions. So let's get into it. So at number 31, I have the New York Islanders. Now, let me tell you how quickly the New York Islanders would have shot up my board if they would have just done a little bit better. So obviously the jersey they have is just, like, it's boring. It's like basically the same one that they have, only a little darker. Like, let me tell you, if they did the Fisherman jersey, reverse retro on the Fisherman jersey, it might have been number 1 on my list. Even if they would have just used, like, the color scheme of the Fisherman jersey, like the lighter, like, tealish color along with the dark blue and the orange, like, adding it to that, I would have loved that. That would have been amazing. But yeah, they didn't really do too much with their jersey. It was really disappointing because I felt like, you know, you just throw something cool like the Fisherman, and I think people would have I would have really loved it. I don't know how other people feel about the Fisherman, but I know I would have loved it. They're done on the list, 1, because of the lack of creativity, but 2, the disappointment of what I think they could have had and didn't. So yeah. At number 30, you have the Detroit Red Wings. If I wasn't so disappointed in the Islanders, the Red Wings easily would have been in last place. I don't get it. I don't get what they're trying to do. Like, I feel like the Red Wings have always had some of the best jerseys in the NHL. But, like, what's going on here? Like, it just feels like they put in, like, the bare minimum of effort for this jersey. Like, the gray striping just doesn't do it for me. Like, I feel like with the Red Wings, they have such a great jersey that you don't even really have to do too much to it, to make it fine. Like, simple is good, I think, with them. But just the gray stripes are just so weird. Like, it doesn't fit, in my opinion. So I don't know. I feel like with some of, like, the original teams, like, you know, the Red Wings, the Leafs, like, a lot of those teams really haven't changed their logo too much in their history, so obviously you're not going to have a ton to work with, but I mean, I don't know. I was a little disappointed. I just think could have done a lot better on that one, Detroit. At number 29, you have the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, you guys know how I feel about the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs would have had to do something spectacular in order for me to get them anywhere up in my rankings, and they didn't. I have no problem admitting when a Leafs jersey looks good. I absolutely adore their Centennial Classic jerseys. As much as I don't like the Toronto Maple Leafs, I thought those jerseys were incredible. But this one's not really doing it for me. I think the logo looks a little dull and weird. I think it definitely gives me, like, that old school kind of feel. But yeah, just really not doing it for me. I feel like they played it a little too safe, just like the Red Wings and the Islanders, and I'm not feeling it. At number 28, I have the Dallas Stars. I like that they kind of threw it back to that era of jersey, like obviously the jersey that they won the Stanley Cup in against the Sabres. But I'm not feeling the white. I don't like the white. I just think there's a little too much white, and, like, their logo is just also kind of light, so it kind of, like, blends in. I've always liked the concept of, like, the way the striping makes the jersey kind of look like a star. I always thought that was cool. And I always really liked that logo too. I just feel like the white's not doing it for me. Maybe if they would have, like, done that kind of style jersey with their current green, because I love the green that they have now, that probably would have shot it up the ratings a lot more. But overall, yeah, a little too much white for me, so that's why it's there. At number 27, I have the Winnipeg Jets. I have always been a huge fan of, like, all the Jets jerseys, the old Winnipeg Jets jerseys, now the new Winnipeg Jets jerseys I love. But I just don't get the gray here. Like, I feel like what makes the Winnipeg Jets jerseys as awesome as they are is the fact that they have the red in it. I love the fact that they have 2 different shades of blue and then the red. I probably would have felt a lot better about it if more red was incorporated. I just don't get using gray as the base color. Like, I have a feeling that jersey is kind of going to be one that maybe looks better in person than, you know, in the picture that we're currently looking at right now. I like the way the navy blue's all the way down the arms, and then the white's also kind of goes all the way down, but I don't know, the gray just kind of ruined it for me. Even if the jersey was, like, full red, I think instead of the gray, that would have been cool too, but Yeah, I don't know. At number 26, I have the Anaheim Ducks. They get an absolute A for effort. I love the creativity. I love that they threw it back to, of all jerseys, that jersey. The Wild Wing, as I think they call it. But it's weird, come on. It looks really weird. Like, I love that they just went for it. I love that they just try to be unique and different. They didn't play it too safe. But, I mean, that looks like, honestly, like, to me, it looks like a third grader that won a coloring contest, and it's on a jersey now. I don't know. I will always vouch for, like, totally off-the-wall creative jerseys, but this one, I don't know. I hope Ducks fans like it, because if they do, that's really all that matters. But I don't know, I couldn't do it. At number 25, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins are so low for two reasons. Number one, the jersey, it looks fine, I think. A little bit safe, a little bit boring, just with the Pittsburgh down the chest. But number two, one of my favorite hockey jerseys of all time is, like, the Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr era Penguins jersey. Like, I think they call it, like, the Pigeon or something. Like, that Penguins logo was one of my all-time favorite hockey logos. I don't know why I love it so much, but I loved it, and I was really hoping that's where they would go, because I think that those jerseys are awesome. And they didn't go there. They kind of went a little bit boring. They went white. They went just Pittsburgh. Like, it looks fine. Like, I don't have a problem with the way the jersey looks, but I just feel like they had so much potential. Like, they robbed me of seeing Sidney Crosby wearing those old school Penguins jerseys, and I'm bummed about it. It's fine. At number 24, we have the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Chicago Blackhawks are this low because the NHL is being really weird about not showing the Blackhawks logo. Like, they're being weird about it, right? Like, in all the pictures you see, they're showing it from behind. They're not showing, like, directly on the front of the logo. That's sketchy, man. I think the jerseys are okay. I mean, like, Chicago, I feel like, has had, like, every single variation of their own jersey, because they've been in, like, 500 Winter Classics and all that stuff. But yeah, nothing too crazy different this time, so that's why it's kind of down there a little bit. At number 23, we have the Nashville Predators. You know, kind of along the same lines as I've been saying, you know, the ones that I haven't really been a huge fan of are the ones that haven't really been too different from what they already have. Obviously, being one of the relatively newer teams, they're not going to have a long history of jerseys. But they did have that one logo with, like, the really huge fangs, and it looked really scary and intimidating. They could have done something with that. I don't know. To be honest, I kind of like it a little bit better than their current home jerseys. I like that, you know, the white on top kind of breaks up from being, you know, the all yellow that they normally do. I've always thought Nashville's had really cool jerseys, so I can't really complain about this one. Just nothing too special for me. At number 22, we have the Florida Panthers, throwing it back to their old original jerseys. I've always liked those jerseys. I always thought they were cool. I love the Panther logo just, like, you know, flying out at ya. And the palm tree logo too, I always thought those were cool. So nothing too crazy, but just a solid jersey all around. At number 21, we have the New Jersey Devils. We're kind of starting to get into the range now where, like, I just like all the jerseys now. I really don't have any complaints anymore. I think the Devils jersey looks real nice, real clean. I love when they go to the green. I don't know why. Some people may say it might look a little bit Christmassy, but I always thought it looked really cool. I just think they kept it pretty simple, and it's just all around a really solid hockey jersey. At number 20, we have the Ottawa Senators. I like how they went back to their older logo with, you know, their regular home and away jerseys, and now adding, you know, this reverse retro jersey, so they have the black, the white, and the red. I like it a lot. I think that's a pretty solid logo. The only thing I have against this jersey that maybe would have kept it from going up a little higher is, like, the striping to me is a little bit Like, I like the striping around the numbers, but, like, just the one black stripe around the bottom, I think is kind of a little bit, makes the jersey look a little bit boring, but otherwise, I'm fine with it. At number 19, we have the Edmonton Oilers. Again, a pretty safe jersey. I would have loved it a lot better if they did, like, the, you know, drop of oil jersey or something. But even though it's white, I like that the jersey's a little bit more orange than blue. Honestly, I think that's a really cool color combination. But yeah, playing it safe, but pretty solid altogether. At number 18, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. I've always liked the Flyers jerseys. I always love the bright orange. So this one looks great, I think. I like the way they did the striping on the arms. And overall, just a solid jersey. Again, like I said, it's probably going to be a little tricky to have some of the older teams, you know, who haven't had a ton of variation in their jersey history, do anything crazy different, but I think this is overall a pretty solid jersey. At number 17, we have the Carolina Hurricanes / Hartford Whalers. You know, I think the Hartford Whalers have sick jerseys, and I really like the fact that the Hurricanes have been paying homage to that a little bit over the last little while. The reason I think it's so, you know, relatively low for me is just because, one, I feel like it's no surprise, right, because the Hurricanes have already used the Whalers jersey in the past. And two, again, with the gray. Like, I'm not a huge fan of gray. Like, I really liked it when they did the green. But even if they, like, wanted to switch it up and made it, like, primarily, like, a dark blue or something, I think that would have been nicer. Or just plain white. But Yeah, I don't know. Gray's not really doing it for me, but I do love the whale on the shoulders. I love that little whale. At number 16, we have the Boston Bruins. I really like it. Like, normally I'm not a huge fan of yellow jerseys, but I really like what they did with this one. You know, for me, from when I was young, I remember those jerseys in black and white, but seeing it in yellow, I think really works and makes it look really cool. But overall, yeah, super cool, super simple. They didn't really do too much with it. Just kind of changed the color up a little bit, and I think they did a great job. And I love the cartoon patches that they have, so I love the bear on the shoulders. For me, the more like hilarious looking the logo, the more I'm gonna love it. At number 15, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think this is a great jersey. Like, I always love the CB logo with the hockey stick in the middle. You know, I remember that logo is kind of some of like my earliest hockey memories, because I think Columbus kind of came into the league right around the time when I was pretty young. So I remember always being drawn to that logo. I always thought it was a really cool logo when I was little. So the fact that they're bringing it back gets a thumbs up from me. I like that they went red though. Like, I like that they switched that up. Overall, I think it's a really good look. Maybe a little bit too much white going on down the shoulders, but otherwise I think they're gonna look great in them, and I'm happy with that. At number 14, we have the San Jose Sharks. I love this jersey, even though it is gray. I think with the black and the teal kind of on the arms, I think it kind of makes that gray pop a little bit more than maybe some of the other jerseys with gray. But I love that original Sharks logo. As you can see, I have it in the back there. When I was a kid, those were always my favorite jerseys. I thought the teal, like those jerseys back there, were the absolute best colors in the league. Playing NHL 94, I always use the Sharks because I loved them that much. But maybe if they don't go gray, maybe the Sharks go up a little bit higher on my list. But even with the gray, I think these jerseys look awesome. So yeah, I think those are going to look sick. At number 13, we have the Montreal Canadiens. I love that they went blue. Like, I will say, I do think there are like now way too many teams in like the Atlantic Division, if they keep the Atlantic Division. You know, with the Sabres now royal blue, the Leafs, the Lightning, and now the Habs having their reverse retro being royal blue. But that's such a great look. Like, you can't go wrong with the Montreal Canadiens jerseys, I feel like. Like, they're just so classic and so nice. Obviously, the red is so iconic, but I like that they made the blue and they just kind of flipped the colors around a little bit. You didn't have to do too much. The Habs jerseys are obviously going to be great, just as they are. So they didn't do too much, and I thought that was perfect. That's just enough. At number 12, we have the Minnesota Wild. I did not know how much I needed the Minnesota Wild to just be green and yellow until, like, they released these jerseys. Like, that is such a great look. Like, obviously they're paying homage to the North Stars, Minnesota North Stars, by combining the two colors, their current jerseys basically, and the green and yellow. But I just love that. Like, now I just want Minnesota to go back to those colors just full time, because I think that those colors look so great together. I'm glad they went with white though, because like I've always said, I normally don't like white jerseys, but I think with the way they did this one, I think it looks perfect. That logo is obviously amazing. I think that's one of the best logos in hockey, and then to add the original Minnesota North Stars colors to that, I just think they knocked that one out of the ballpark for sure. At number 11, I have the Buffalo Sabres. I feel like I might be ranking this jersey a lot higher than maybe a lot of other people would, but I mean, I feel so nostalgic with this jersey. Like, that jersey back there, that was the first jersey I've ever owned. That was the first hockey jersey I ever got when I was little. And that's kind of what they base this jersey on. I feel like any Sabres fan would tell you they probably would have preferred to have like the goat head logo. But for me, like, that jersey, it was the same era. So, like, that's when I truly fell in love with hockey more than anything in the world. And yeah, I've always loved that jersey. If you saw my jersey when I reacted to when they released it, like, I have no problem with it. Again, the white jersey thing bothers me. I wish we didn't always have to go white jerseys whenever we released, like, a special jersey. But I'm glad that they went back to that 2000s era. To me, that was like the best Buffalo Sabres hockey in my life. So to be able to have a jersey like that again and remind me of my childhood like that was just, it felt awesome. And, you know, of course I had to get one. So that should be here soon. Be on the lookout for that unboxing video. All right, now into the top 10. So at number 10, we have the Vegas Golden Knights. I love these. Like, a lot of people have been, I feel like, a little bit down on the Vegas jerseys, like the gold jersey they just released, which got a lot of hate, but I kind of loved it. And then now this jersey being red with the alternate logo that they have. I love these. I think they look so great. Like, the color combination, the red, the gold, the gray, and the black, I just think makes that jersey pop, and it just really stands out. I love that their gold is like super shiny, and yeah, I just think that jersey just totally just jumps off the screen there, and I think it's gonna look really awesome, like, in person on ice. So I can't wait to see those. At number 9, we have the New York Rangers. Going back to the Lady Liberty jersey, I love it. To me, that's obviously the best logo that they've ever had, but I think it's one of the better logos in all of hockey. What I like what they did with this one is that they didn't go really too overboard on anything, like any striping or anything. Like on their original Lady Liberty jersey, like the bottom half of their sleeves were red. And on this one, they really didn't do too much. They have a little red, a little white on the elbows, but otherwise it's just all navy blue, and I think that really makes it look clean and just solid. So yeah, really solid jersey from the Rangers there. At number 8, we have the Arizona Coyotes, and I really truly wanted to put this higher, but I mean, there are just so many great jerseys, but this one is amazing. I love that they brought these old jerseys back and made the base color purple instead of green. I think it kind of makes the whole scene look more like a desert night sky kind of deal, and I love it. I love that the logo, the weird looking coyote head. I love that they have a desert going on down at the bottom. Like, this is just such a great jersey. And I think it just works. Like, it just works with the Arizona Coyotes, like, in the state of their franchise right now. Like, a lot going on, you know what I mean? At number 7, we have the Vancouver Canucks, and, like, let me tell you how much I love these Vancouver Canucks jerseys. So that jersey in the back, the Canucks jersey, the old gradient alternate jersey, is my favorite Canucks jersey of all time. I've always adored it. And I really don't go too far out of my way to buy, like, other teams' jerseys other than Sabres jerseys. I had to get that one just because I love it so much. Don't ask me why. A lot of Canucks fans don't seem to like it, and I can't understand it. Like, I just love the two-tone gradient look. Honestly, I like that one better than the reverse retro because I like those colors better than the blue and the green. But I love that that's the jersey they picked to do the reverse retro on. It made me so happy. And I just think it's such a cool look, like the two colors coming together. I just think that's amazing. That's solid. I have been seeing mixed reviews on it, and I'd be interested to hear what Canucks fans have to say about it, but 2 thumbs up for me. I love it. At number 6, I have the Calgary Flames. I've said it before, I think the Flames have some of the best jerseys in hockey, and this reverse retro is no different. I love that they brought back the horse head with the flames coming out of the nose. Like, I really like the way that they cleaned it up a little bit. Like, I like that there's not so much red on it like it used to be, and they kind of got rid of the red on the bottom and just kept it black and just left the very simple striping that they have. And I just think the black jersey makes that horse look so cool. It's a good look. It's a real solid look. All right, moving into the top 5. At number 5, I have the Washington Capitals. I love that Screaming Eagle look. I like a lot of these jerseys that are kind of bringing their current colors into older style jerseys. I really love the Capitals jerseys back when they had like the blue and the copper look to it. So to bring that back and have the red that they have now, I just think is really cool. I just love that logo though. It's the logo that makes it, I think. That's another one I think that I've kind of seen some mixed reviews on, but for me, when I first saw that, I was like, whew! Easy top 5, easy. At number 4, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, there was a part of me that really wished that the Tampa Bay Lightning just went full on like those old Storm jerseys that they had where it has like the waves and the lightning on the sides and the rain. Like, that would have been amazing. But that logo itself in the new jerseys that they have has always been my favorite Lightning logo. I think the ones that they have now are a little bit more like just boring with the, you know, they're just kind of white without a lot of outline. I've always loved their older logo. Back in the day when they wore that, they were obviously black, which, again, I think I would love it if the Lightning just went full on black and dark blue. Black more as their base color. But I think with the jersey that they have now, the fact that they changed the old colors from black to blue now for the retro jersey, I think it really makes that logo pop and stand out. So I think that looks amazing. I just think they did an excellent job. Didn't even have to do too much, but it just looks incredible. At number 3, we have my second favorite team in the NHL, the Colorado Avalanche, aka the Quebec Nordiques. I love what they did. I love that they took the Nordiques jersey and put Colorado's colors onto it. I'm wondering how, honestly, like how old Quebec Nordiques fans or people in Quebec might feel about that. But that is amazing. Like, seriously, I've always loved the old Nordiques jerseys. I've always had that one laying around. Some of you may know Joe Sakic was and still is my all-time favorite hockey player. So I've always had a thing for Quebec, and I just think the fact that they took Colorado's colors and put it onto the Quebec jersey just was the perfect idea. I think it looks incredible. So yeah, that's just amazing. At number 2, we have the St. Louis Blues. I have said forever that I think the St. Louis Blues jerseys look the best when they had the red in it. Back when Gretzky was on the Blues, you know, and they had the Blues jersey with the blue, the yellow, and then the red kind of down at the bottom. Those were always my favorite Blues jerseys, and it kind of bummed me out that they never went back to that because I think the combination of those 3 colors just looks incredible. So I love what the St. Louis Blues did with this. I love that they kind of took that old jersey but made it primarily red. Being a musician, I've always loved the St. Louis Blues logo, but especially back in the day when they actually had the word St. Louis in the logo, I think I just always loved it. And the fact, too, that they have like the trumpet patches on the shoulders, like I just think they hit such a home run with this one. I love it. And at number 1, the Los Angeles Kings, the team that drafted me in NHL 21 Be a Pro. If you watch that series at all, you know that I only wear really the LA Kings jerseys, the purple and yellow. So I was thrilled when they went with the purple and yellow for their reverse retro. And 2, I think they picked the best LA Kings logo of all time with the Gretzky era Kings logo. But man, that purple and yellow is such an incredible look. I just like how they, more so really than anybody else, combined 2 different eras of looks into their one jersey. Like, to me, when I saw all the jerseys all at once, I immediately saw the Kings jersey and I was like, there's no doubt in my mind that is my favorite. They just did such an incredible job with that. I think that's going to look so amazing on the ice. And who knows, hopefully one day they go to those colors full time, because I would love that. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching my ranking. Once again, if you have your own ranking, your own list, your own thoughts on these jerseys, feel free to let me know in the comments. I love hearing different people's opinions. For sure, let me know what you think. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you soon. Go Bills. Bye, guys.